In this video, we will be discussing about heights and distance. What is heights and distance? It is basically the application of trigonometry. The application of trigonometry, and this is completely a concept-based chapter. As soon as we understand the concept, it will be easier for us to understand this chapter. The first and foremost thing to understand this chapter is the line of sight. What is line of sight? Suppose we are watching an object. Suppose this pen. Okay, this is our line of sight. Like every human being, we can see this object, and as it is parallel to the ground, we can consider this as the horizontal. Okay, now if I place the pen somehow above this horizontal plane, I have to elevate my head to see this object. So it is above horizon. My line of sight is above the horizon. And now if I place this pen just below, I have to bow my neck to see this object, and this is below the line of action, that is line of sight, that is below the horizon. So what does it mean? It means the angle of elevation and angle of depression. What is angle of elevation? When I am seeing the object above the horizon, that is I have to elevate my head. So this line of sight is the angle of elevation, that is I am elevating my sight. Elevating means above the horizon, and when I am seeing the object just below, I have to bow my neck, that is the line of action is below the horizon. This is the angle of depression. So I can show you by a diagram. Just see. Suppose a person is standing in this plane. This is the plane, okay? A person is standing here. If I place an object, so this is the line of sight, and this is the horizon. It is parallel to the plane. This is the plane, and so this is the horizontal. This is parallel to the plane, so I consider it as horizontal. Now if I place the object just above it, so the person is elevating his head to see this object. Now the line of sight is this. This is the new line of sight, and the person has to elevate his head at an angle. Here is an angle, okay, and this angle is known as the angle of elevation. The angle of elevation. Since the person have to elevate his neck to see the object. Now if I place the object just below the plane, the person has to bow his neck to see this object. Now this is his new line of sight, and the angle at which the person is seeing this object is the angle of depression, that is from top to bottom. When we are seeing an object from bottom to top, that is we are elevating. This is at an angle. This angle is known as angle of elevation. So this is angle of elevation. And now if we see an object by bowing our neck, that is at an angle of depression. This is angle of depression. Okay. So this is the first thing. We have to understand. This is the basic thing. Okay. Next, we have to memorize some formula. We know this is the basic formulas of trigonometry, that is sin theta. Sin theta equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Some people have, that is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos theta, curly brown hairs, that is base by hypotenuse. Turns permanently black. Turns, that is tan theta, is permanently black. In this particular chapter, that is heights and distance, we need only these three formulas, but the most important is the tan theta. This part is the most important, that is tan theta equals to perpendicular by base. We will also have to know the standard formulas of these three trigonometric ratios, that is the standard angles. So basically first I am writing tan theta, that is tan 30 degree, tan 45 degree and tan 60 degree. This is the most important thing. 1 by root 3, 1 and root 3, whereas in case of sin 30, that is half, sin 45 1 by root 2 and sin 60, that is root 3 by 2. Whereas in case of cos theta, cos 30 equals to root 3 by 2 cos 45 equals to 1 by root 2 and cos 60 equals to half. So these are the three values of the standard angles, and we have to know more two values. One is root 3 and that other is root 2. Root 3 equals to 1.732 and root 2 equals to 1.414. These are the two very important values which we will need while solving the problems. And another important thing, that is, suppose this is a tower, and this is the horizontal plane where the person is standing. So the person can see the top of the tower, that is from bottom to the top. That is, the person have to elevate his head. That is the angle of elevation. We consider this angle as theta. And now, if the person approaches towards the tower, okay, if the person approaches towards the tower, okay, so suppose in this point, from this point also he is observing the top of the tower. This is also angle of elevation, because the person is elevating his head, and this angle, let's consider this angle to be theta 1. Okay, now theta 1 must be greater than theta. So what we can say? We can say that the angle which is closer to the perpendicular, is greater than the angle that is farther from it. So this is the another most important thing, that is theta 1 should be greater than theta. Now we shall be discussing about this chapter with the help of some examples. The first example, it is said that a tower stands vertically on the ground. From a point on the ground which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is found to be 60 degrees. Find the height of the tower. So first we have to draw the figure or the diagram. This is most important part of solving a problem. So first we have to understand how to draw the diagram. A tower stands vertically on the ground. A tower stands vertically on the ground. Okay, which is 15 from a point on the ground which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. So this is the foot of the tower, and a point 15 meters away from the tower. So this is the point. I am naming it P. This is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. Now the angle of elevation, that is, the person is seeing from a point that is below to the top of the tower, that is, he is elevating his head. Okay, so angle of elevation of the top of the tower is found to be 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. Tower is found to be 60 degrees. Find the height of the tower. So we have to find the height. I am considering this perpendicular as h. Okay. Now we have to find the height of the tower, and what is given? Base. So in this right angle triangle, we are given with the base, and we have to find the height. So we have to use the formula of tan theta. Now tan theta, the angle is 60 degrees. So we can write, first we have to give a name. Let this is A, B, and this is P. Okay. Now in triangle ABP, tan 60 equals to, that is perpendicular by base, that is h by b. Therefore tan 60 equals to h by 15. The value of tan 60 we know, that is root 3. That is root 3 is equal to h by 15, or h equals to 15 root 3. if the sum requires that the find the value up to 3 decimal places, correct to 3 decimal places or 2 decimal places, then we should put the value of root 3, that is 1.732, and if it's not required, we will leave the answer up to this. That is, the height equals to 15 root 3 meter. Okay, so this is a fundamental and the most easy example of heights and distance. Just note it down. In this example, it is given that from the top of a cliff, which is 150 meter high, the angles of depression of two boats are 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. We have to find the distance between the boats, and the conditions are given. Number 1, it is on the same side of the cliff, part 1, and part 2, it is given on the different sides of the cliff. So first we have to draw the figure. Now first I am drawing a cliff, the first one, okay, that is on the same side of the cliff. This is the cliff given 150 meter high. Two boats are on the same side, that is, this is the base of the cliff, and on this horizontal plane a boat is placed over here and the other boat is here. The angles of depression, that is, we can observe the boats from the top of the cliff, that is from top to bottom. The view or the line of vision is from top to bottom, that is the angles of depression. We know that when we are observing an object or anything from top, that is the angle of depression. So in this case it is given the angles of depression. Therefore there are two angles of depression. Why two angles of depression? Because two boats are here. The first boat is here and the second boat. So the angle of depression we will draw like this. Okay. So this is the angle of depression. This is 60 degree and this is 30 degree. Fine. Now we are naming it A, B, C, D. So these angles are the angles of depression, but they are not included in this triangle. How can we include these angles in this triangle? We know that if these two lines are parallel to each other and this line acts as a transversal, so there exists alternate angle which are equal to each other. So this will be the angle of depression, that is 30 degree, and this is 60 degree. So earlier in this video we have discussed that the angle which is more closer to the tower is greater than the angle which is further from the tower. So this is the figure for the first case, that is on the same side of the cliff. Okay, so we consider this is the cliff and these are the two boats, boat 1 and boat 2. Boat 1 is placed at C and boat 2 is placed at D. Now let this distance is considered to be x and we are considering this distance to be y. Now in this first triangle, that is in triangle ABC, again we know the perpendicular and we have to find out the base. Okay, so we have to again write the formula of tan theta, that is tan 60 equals to 150 by x. We know that tan 60, that is root 3, that is root 3 equals to 150 plus x, or x root 3 equals to 150, or x equals to 150 by root 3. Now we will rationalize the denominator and the numerator, that is 150 root 3 by root 3 into root 3, that is 3, that is 50 root 3 in triangle ABC. Now in the larger triangle, that is in triangle ABD, here also we are given with the perpendicular, we have to find out the base. So again tan theta, that is tan 30 equals to 150 by x plus y. X plus y. So tan 30 equals to 1 by root 3 equals to 150 by x plus y. We know the value of x, that is 50 root 3. So we will put the value. We can write x plus y equals to 150 root 3. Now we know the value of x, that is 50 root 3 plus y equals to 150 root 3. That is y equals to 150 root 3 minus 50 root 3. That is 100 root 3. 100 root 3. Therefore, the total that is x plus y, we have already got this answer, that is x plus y, that is the distance of the second boat. That is the distance of the second boat. The distance of the second boat equals to 150 root 3 meter, whereas the distance of the first boat from the foot of the cliff is 50 root 3 meter. Okay, this is the first one, that is on the same side of the cliff. You may note it down. Now I will solve the second one, that is on the opposite side of the cliff. Okay, now on the opposite side of the cliff. So the diagram will be different from this. Suppose this is the cliff, okay, and the two boats are on the opposite side. So this is the base or foot of the cliff. Now this is the horizontal plane. So I can place one boat over here and the other over here. The angles of depression. This is the first boat. The angle of depression is 60 degree, and this is the second boat, and the angle of depression is 30 degree. Okay, and we know that according to alternate angle, this angle is also 30 degree and this angle is 60 degree. Now this is 150 meter, it is given to us. So A, B, C, D. We are considering this distance as x and this distance as y. Now in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, tan 30 equals to 150 by y, that is 1 by root 3 equals to 150 by y, or y equals to 150 root 3. Okay, now in this diagram, that is in triangle ACD, tan 60 equals to 150 by x, therefore root 3 equals to 150 by x, or x root 3 equals to 150, or x equals to 150 by root 3. Therefore x is equal to, we are rationalizing, root 3 by root 3 into root 3, that is 150 root 3 by 3, that is 50 root 3. Now the distance between the two boats, that is B to D, y plus, that is y plus x, that will be 150 root 3 plus 50 root 3, that is 200 root 3 meter. Okay, so in this example it is said that the angle of elevation of the top of a hill from the foot of the tower, is 60 degree, and the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the hill is 30 degree. If the tower is 20 meter high, the height of the tower is given, that is 20 meter high. Find the height of the hill and to the distance between the hill and the tower. Now we will draw the diagram. So here it is given a hill and a tower. So at first I am drawing the hill and then the tower. Okay. The angle of elevation of the top of the hill from the foot of the tower. So this is the tower, this is the tower, and this is the hill. What is given? The angle of elevation. The angle of elevation of the top of the hill from the foot of the tower. So this is the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation from the foot of the tower is 60 degree. So this is this is 60 degree. This is the tower. Now the angle of elevation of the top of the tower, this is the top of the tower from the foot of the hill. So this is the foot of the hill. The angle of elevation of the tower from the foot of the hill, this is 30 degree. It is also given that 30 degree. If the tower is 20 meter high, the tower is 20 meter high. So this is 20 meter. Number 1, find the height of the hill. So we have to find out this, that is the height of the hill. We are considering this to be h, and the base, that is the distance between the hill and the tower. The distance between the hill and the tower, we are considering this as x. Now we are naming the triangle A, B, C, D. So we are getting two right angle triangles. In first triangle, this is the first triangle, that is in triangle ABC. Again, height and base, that is tan theta. So tan 60 ABC, that is tan 60 equals to h by x, or root 3 equals to h by x, or x root 3 equals to h, or we can write that x equals to h by root 3. Both are correct. Now in second triangle, that is in triangle BCD, in triangle BCD, that is in the smaller triangle. Again, tan 30 equals to 20 by x, or 1 by root 3 equals to 20 by x, or x equals to 20 root 3. So the second one, we have got the second answer, that is the distance between the hill and the tower. The distance between the hill and the tower, that is the base, that is x, that is 20 into root 3. Now if we want to write the value of root 3, we can write that is 20 into 1.732, that is 4642, that is 24.64 meter. Okay. Now height means that is h equals to x into root 3. The value of x is 20 root 3. So we are substituting the value, that is 20 root 3 into root 3, that is 20 into 3 equals to 60. Therefore the height of the hill is 60 meter, whereas the distance between the hill and the tower, is 24.64 meter. Okay, so you may copy it down. Now we will shift towards the next example. In this example, it is given that two poles of equal height, two poles are there which are equal in height, are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road. on either side of the road, which is 80 meter wide. That is the width of the road between the two poles is 80 meter. From a point between them on the ground, from any point on the ground in between them, the angles of elevation of the top of the poles are 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. So what we have to find out? The heights of the poles, the individual height of the poles, and the distance of the point from each poles. So at first we will see how the diagram goes with this sum. Two poles of equal height. First I have to draw two poles of equal height. This is pole 1 and this is pole 2. So these are of equal heights, and the distance between the base or the foot of the pole is 80 meter wide. That is 80 meter. Now from any point in between them, suppose consider this point. From any point, the angle of elevations, the angle of elevation of the first tower, the angle of elevation of the first tower is 60 degree. This is 60 degree. And the angle of elevation of the second tower, that is this angle. This angle, that is 30 degree. 30 degree. Now let the distance of the point P from the A, this pole, that is A, this is B. The distance is x, and the distance from P to B is 80 minus x meter. Now we have to name the triangle. So this is, I can name it B. Sorry, B is already given. It is C, this is D. Now the one pole is AC, the other pole is BD. These two poles, and the distance between A and B is 80 meter. So we are considering a point P. We are considering any point P in between these two poles, that is P. So if I consider the distance from pole A to P be x, therefore the distance from P to B, that the total distance is 80, and this distance is x, therefore the distance between P and B will be 80 minus x. Now number one, we have to find the heights of the pole and the distance of the poles from this point. First we are considering this as y, this is y, and this we can consider as h. Or these are two equal heights, whatever. Now in triangle, this is also y. We can consider this also y, since it is given that both are of same height. Both are of same height. So we can say this is also y. In triangle APC, again we can write that tan theta, why tan theta? Because this is perpendicular and this is base. These two are given, or we have to find out this. That is tan 60 equals to y by x, or we know the value of tan 60 is root 3, that is root 3 equals to y by x, or x root 3 equals to y. Okay, first equation. Now in triangle BDP, again tan, that is tan 30 equals to y by 80 minus x. This is the base. Tan 30 means 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to y by 80 minus x, or 80 minus x by root 3 equals to y. So here we can get y means x root 3, and here we can get y means 80 minus x by root 3. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now we can compare these two equations, because the value of y in second equation is 80 minus x by root 3, and the value of y in equation 1 is x root 3. So if we compare these two values, therefore we can write both are the values of y, so they are equal. So we can write that 80 minus x by root 3 equals to x root 3. Now cross multiplying. 80 minus x equals to x root 3 into root 3, that is 80 minus x equals to 3x, or 80 equals to x. If I transfer x, it will be 3x plus x, that is 4x. Now 80 by 4 equals to x, that is 20. Okay, now we can put the value of x over here in equation 1, that is y equals to x root 3. So the value of x we know, that is 20, that is 20 root 3. So we can get the heights of the pole. Heights of the pole is 20 root 3, or if we wish, we can put the value of root 3, that is 1.732, that is 24.64 meter. Now the distance of pole A from P is 20, that is the value of x. We got the value of x, that is the distance of the pole A from point P equals to 20 meter. Therefore the distance of pole B is 80 minus x. The distance of pole B from point P equals to 80 minus x meter, that is 80 minus 20, that will be 60 meter. So first we got the height of the tower, that is 24.64 meter, and the distance of the pole A from P is 20 meter, whereas the distance from point B, from pole B to point P is 80 minus 20, that is 60 meter. So this is how we solve the problems on heights and distance. So please note this down.